Hello fellow tankers, this is Spidergrenadier. Many things happened since the last episode at the very end of previous year. Political conflicts, world pandemic, natural disasters and so on. The same thing we can say about our game. The most notable is tech trees reassembling in order to exclude a lot of unpopular and low tier vehicles. This had been a moment when the new vehicle category was created, collectibles. And my return episode will be about T71 from Detroit Arsenal facility. The goal is to find out is this vehicle still worth playing only by itself, because you no longer need to research through it. According to tradition, I'll start from the historical topic. At the dawn of Cold War, United States had a significant need for air transportable armor units that could substitute an outdated M41. T71 program demands contains a mass limit under 18 or 20 tons and 90 or 76 mm main armament. Among a huge diverse options, only two pretenders were chosen, Cadillac and Detroit Arsenal. During development progress, due to compartment issues, constructors refused to use a 90 mm gun and decided to pick the same 76 mm from M41. Ironically, but Detroit version was excluded from program, same as in-game tank was excluded out of the tech tree. The Cadillac sample although didn't face any testing and production stage, but his development experience and result was used in the program of Perspective T92 air transportable tank. Its project has his roots inside the T71 program. In result, the T92 sample had finally entered testing procedures, but soon all works upon it were rapidly shut down in favor of the amphibious M551 Sheridan, just because the USSR launched his T71 production. In addition, I'd like to say that most of United States light tanks represent the same bad stories. Regarding the game, I'd like to highlight some very tricky questions about both of T71 because regardless of a classical or magazine load type, they're mostly the same vehicle. And the most sick, astonishing thing is the heat shell price. According to a represented table lower, it's probably the highest credited damage radio in game.
It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds.
Keep this in mind while trying to take 3 barrel marks. You will be forced to shoot a lot of heat shells, because basic APDS got a quite low penetration. I'll attach my performance table when I finally got those marks. Also make a note that T71 is good for farming a high WN8 radio. Also, T71 hull disposes a very poor nominal armor plating, making it extra vulnerable for high explosive shells, especially from SPG. As you can see on the collision footage, hull is also can't deflect any low caliber shells because of a box-like design and 3 caliber ricochet in-game rule. Regarding to an old episode with Porsche Tiger, I've recreated a comical comparing table. It shortly represents how bad things really are for both of T71 brothers. And we will step to a demo battle at last. Minsk's headquarters paradropped us somewhere in tundra, so I've decided to take high ground for maximum control over the battlefield. Unfortunately, this tank can only fit a land mower engine, so you can see how Cromwell exceeding us in mobility.
Enemy spotted.
However, his suicidal pursuit gave us and our team enough time to establish plate positions to hold off an enemy group. I dare to declare that he just did the most job in our team in this battle.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
As I said, taking a hill under control on this map would allow you to shoot at most encountering spots over the battlefield, but keep in mind that you won't be able to capture base points from here because of the boulder covers.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Critical hit. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Down. Enemy spotted. We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Enemy spotted. We lit that one up good. Enemy armor is damaged. We didn't penetrate their armor. Penetration. Gotcha.
Why don't we just give up, partner?
Nope.
Platoon created. Enemy is hit. Penetration. Enemy spotted. Penetration.
Because my accidental partner was too dumb to get over and decap in time, this action could be only performed by me. Thankfully, I've got a full HP bar to go in exchange, and a magazine load type serves as a great advantage exactly in this situation.
Enemy spotted. Target acquired. Enemy armor. Enemy armor is hit. Permission to engage. Where'd they go? Enemy armor is destroyed.
With our base once secured, we have only to take out another one to 152 ASAP.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Then separate and conquer one by one the rest of their team.
Enemy spotted.
"2,000 years later."
8 hours later.
Because my partner was too slow to chase the remnants, it was a wise solution from him to lure them out for the cap and on base. My role was to intercept them being wide open for a shot.
Ah, this is bad!
Enemy squad immobilized. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Sayonara 言えたのダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いお酒でも歪まない思い出がバカみたい
In the very conclusion, I would like to admit that this tank still can do something because of the large clip and decent ammo. However, it's only a mere shadow of what it was 8 years ago, with the insertion of American magazine-load tanks. Very many things changed since then, and I can't see any other reasons to buy and play this collectible tank for now, except if you need to raise your account performance stats, such as WN8, 6, efficiency radio, and so on. Hope you will like this video. Please leave any feedback, it will motivate me to do even more tutorials. Also, I'll launch an Italian Tech 3 expansion pack very soon. I suggest it to be very actual, with the quite possible release of the top-rated Italian heavy line near the end of 2020. This was Spidergrenadier. Thank you once again.